Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers and dear students. As you know that we are discussing about the contribution of John Dewey. We have already discussed his life sketch and concept of education. Now today we are going to discuss about the aims of education as suggested by John Dewey. So in the aims of education, John Dewey did not believe in the fixed aim of education. He wanted more and more education for the child. The aim of education, according to John Dewey, should grow out of the life situations of an individual. He, however, emphasized individual as well as social aim of education. According to John Dewey, he has suggested so many aims for education, and we will discuss them one by one. Number one, education for growth. Dear students, as we know that education is the process of growth and development also. It helps an individual to grow and develop. It helps the individual in the all-round development. The individual have so many aspects like physical aspect, social, mental, moral, spiritual, character, intellectual, and all these aspects can be developed through the education only. Number two is education as life. According to Dewey, education is life and life is education. It is the life that educates us, and it is the education we receive through our life. Life is a byproduct of activities, and education is born out of these activities. Dear students, number third, education as social efficiency. As we know that man being a social being, or man being a social animal, develops through education. It is the only tool we have, that's education, which converts a animal being, which converts an animal being into a human being. So, reasoning and social skills becomes socially efficient. It is only through education that one is able to earn his livelihood. He becomes independent and not become a parasite on others. So, education is more important than life. Dear students, it is the education which shapes out the personality of the child. It takes a man from darkness to light, from animal side to human side. Number 4, education is continuous reconstruction and reorganization of experiences. According to John Dewey, education is a process of living through continuous reconstruction of experiences. This was the aim of education according to John Dewey. Now we will discuss the concept of curriculum according to John Dewey. Dear students, John Dewey was a pragmatist. He believed in practical rather than theoretical. John Dewey was one of the great educationist, social reformer, and psychologist who has given some curriculums, some principles to be included in the curriculum so that it must be fruitful. It must be proved fruitful for the both the teacher and the student. So, according to John Dewey, his curriculum is based on the following principles. Number 1, principle of flexibility. What is flexibility? According to John Dewey, curriculum should not be fixed once for all. It should be changed according to the need, aspiration, attitude, requirements of the students as well as the society. So, it should be flexible. Curriculum should be flexible. It should not be rigid one. Curriculum जो है एक ही बार को फिक्स नहीं करना है, बल्कि इसको वक्त वक्त पर सोसाइटी की और स्टूडेंट्स की नीड को समझकर इसको वक्त वक्त पर चेंज करना है, ताकि नई नई जो डिस्कवरीज हैं उनसे बच्चे जो हैं मतलब उनको पता चले कि क्या क्या हो रहा है. नंबर 2, प्रिंसिपल ऑफ यूटिलिटी. Curriculum, according to John Dewey, must include those activities, subjects, and experiences which have some utility and serve the useful purpose. प्रिंसिपल ऑफ यूटिलिटी में हम ये जानते हैं कि उन सब्जेक्ट्स को और उन एक्टिविटीज को इंक्लूड करना कैरिकुलम में जो बच्चों के लिए मुफीद साबित हो, जो बच्चों के लिए अहम साबित हो, जिनसे बच्चों को कुछ फायदा मिले. नेक्स्ट वन इज प्रिंसिपल ऑफ child's activities. As we know that the activities which are done by our hands remains for longer time. Then we discuss anything. The thing which we hear from our ear, that remains for short time. But the thing we have done by our hands, or we can say the activity we have done, that remains for a longer time. And curriculum must be organized around the child's activities and not a subject. So here John Dewey said that the child should be involved in performing so many activities rather than taking him or keeping him busy in the subjects. So it means that activities are more useful and important than theoretical aspect. Now, the last one is principle of integration. Dear students, Dewey advocated that the subjects, activities, and experiences should be integrated into one whole. It means that John Dewey wants to convey this message that take some useful activities and take some important subjects and take some important experiences and make one whole and give this material to the child so that there must be all-round development in the student. Thank you very much. Thank you.